I really didn't think we would have to do another one of these. I really thought we wouldn't have to do another one of these. It's welcome to the Sportculation podcast.
May 31st, 2021.
It's 10
The
p.m.
day Yusuf cries.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna be angry. I'm not gonna cry. Welcome to the Sportculation podcast. I am Yusuf.
I'm Parse.
I'm Tyler.
Anton's not here because he had to sleep, and we all knew we were doing this tonight, and we weren't waiting to release this.
It's fresh.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And raw.
It's lovely.
Oh boy.
The beautiful day.
Night.
So the first round's finally over, Tyler. We get it.
I know. I'm
We did
excited.
it.
I
The
told
first
you.
Why did it take so long?
Because the league was like, what if we started the North Division
Later.
like
Because
6
we
weeks
want-
later?
We want Calgary and Vancouver to finish their
Now,
games.
Winnipeg understood that. Winnipeg's like, look, we just got to get this shit done. So they went
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
They
They were
balled
like, that's
out.
fine.
They were
As
like, we're just going to push
Yeah.
Edmonton to the side. We'll just get it done.
Let's get it done.
And Toronto had 2 opportunities.
3.
Yeah, they had 3 opportunities to really just close it off. And they said, no, we want to really drag this out for our fans. And
So if you're listening, you haven't guessed what the fuck we're talking about. The Toronto Maple Leafs are, as usual, the worst team in the league.
and shit the bed.
Okay, preface.
I didn't
First round's
say it.
over.
I didn't say it.
That's true. Toronto had a 3-1 series lead. They could have closed it out in game 5. They didn't. Could have closed out in game 6. Couldn't. Both overtime games. Okay.
Let's talk about game 5.
Game 7. Oh,
Let's talk about game 5 real quick.
All right.
9 seconds. You let Montreal get what do we call that, Tyler? A desperation jab at the net.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. Just
Basically.
that is just throwing all things in the net and then just hoping it finds
It's not
some
even playing
small
like
little
logical.
opening.
It's not even playing logical hockey. It's just all right. Fire away.
And then playing 4-on-4, miss a back check change in the neutral zone because we don't play defense in Toronto. We really don't.
I've been saying that for years.
Nope.
None of y'all listen to me. I've been
Yo.
preaching
No.
this.
The snipe was
Defense?
dirty. I can't. The snipe was dirty.
What's defense? Like game 5 was just Montreal played Montreal hockey for the first 2 periods, got their lead, and
Game
that's all they
6
needed.
Dude,
Game
and
six
it's,
is not even a
Game 6 was the
conversation.
same
That was a
thing.
dominant performance. I think Montreal played a really good game in game 6.
also
Oh yeah,
so game 5, if you're the Leafs, you have to win.
You have to win.
because
You have to win.
Game 6, they now have fans in Montreal. So they were just fired up.
I told Anton, I told everyone they have to win in 5 or they're screwed. Look what happened.
Yep.
Look what happened.
Now we can talk about game 7.
Yeah, and then
That's-
game 7 just
That's a fun one.
Game 7, 2 words: Carey Price.
No, I don't even want to say that. I got 2 words.
Trade Marner.
Leafs scared.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I know the American announcers, so I was watching on the American broadcast, were like saying it, but for me personally, it wasn't that no team wanted to make a mistake. It just was it was played like nobody was sure how to, like, there was just too much planning involved.
Dude, I was watching Sean Avery on his Instagram story. Like, will do like his own commentating, and it's actually like legitimately
really
good
good, yeah.
commentating. It's kind of
ESPN,
comical.
please hire.
Yeah,
Sean.
actually hire Sean Avery.
Yeah, like no.
You'll
joke.
have to bleep him a lot, but it's well worth it because he actually brings up some good points. But he's like,
Dude, I don't know what they were doing, bro.
dude, there's one play where like Marner, like the puck's coming off the boards, and Marner just pulls off, and then like in their zone, and then
In their
Montreal just
zone.
gets the
I
puck,
know
and
the
it's
play
like
you're talking about, and
Oh yeah,
I
the
think he
Marner
did
turnover
that
that led to the
because-
first goal. Yeah.
Avery's
I
like,
think
what the fuck
I
are you
think he
doing?
did that
Like,
because he recognized that everybody went for the change, and so he didn't want to do what they were doing. I think 3 minutes before that, when they were playing mixed lines. I don't know if you remember that. They were playing mixed lines.
Yeah.
But- dude, you got to get the puck out of there.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, so you can't just pull off because you're scared to get hit or
you gotta
whatever.
be doing checks. That's
gotta-
a neutral puck. That's a neutral puck.
Yeah, you got to go for that. And he was way closer than any Montreal guy.
Anyone.
And then he pulled off and he got scared. I was like, dude,
And so I'm seeing a 2-on-1, and I'm like, when did that? Wait, well, I guess maybe Toronto didn't play defense, but then when you rush a replay, you're like, whoa, wait a minute, why do you peel? Why do you peel then? Like you're like
It's-
be like
I don't
Patrick
know.
Sharp, the king of never peeling off. Just
Yeah.
stay out there until
Yeah.
there's no danger.
Dude,
By
You
the
can't-
way, preface to anyone who is listening or watching on the YouTube channel, whichever it might be, this episode's not going 45 minutes. I'm warning you right now. This is gonna be a while. This is
Yusuf's
gonna
got
be a while.
this is basically Yusuf's therapy session, so like it's gonna
This
be a
is a
lot of
therapy
healing.
The second goal was
The second goal was just like the second goal was basically Montreal figuring out, okay, cool, we have him where we want him. Let's just do what we were doing before.
which is despotism.
Ram him.
Literally right after the goal was scored, Toronto had like a lot of good chances. I thought they were going to equalize quick. I thought it was going to be like a Team Canada goal.
Yeah, but they have the shittiest
But
power
dude,
play in the world. They can't do
every
anything. They have
time,
the shittiest power play in the world.
every time they pan the Leafs bench, they look so sad, and no one was
Yeah.
talking. Every minute of the game after the
Mhm.
first goal, it was just like literally just head
Yep.
down.
Yeah, head down,
was
just not
so
looking at each
funny.
other. You know,
Well, they're all
fucking
kids, right? They know that the
Nylander's
media's gonna
cracking
rip them up.
Yeah, Nylander's
They're all
cracking like
kids
a
except for
smile
the
here, but
30,000-year-old defense they have. Yeah.
and also
the media
the
was going to rip
30,
them up, and they
the million-year-old third and fourth line.
Facebook is going to have Facebook's already ripping them up. Wait till tomorrow.
Twitter's on.
Oh, Rangers
fire
Twitter's
right
having
now.
a ball with this one. I
Oh,
think
I
it's hysterical.
bet. Leafs, like as far as I know right now, I've turned my Wi-Fi off on everything except this computer just so we can record the show. So I'm not checking Twitter right now, but I know it's dangerous.
Oh, this makes
So
me want to
I'm
check
not
Twitter.
going near this. Yeah. Speaking of which,
Instagram.
speaking of Twitter, from our dear friend Jennifer Chetin, who works for MLSE, who's a dear friend of ours, went to high school with her and everything. She tweets after the game, they've broken me to the point where I'm the calmest I've ever been.
Yep.
She's
You're
been a
numb
Leafs
to
fan,
it.
she's been a Leafs fan all her life, like since like we were all like children. So she's used to this, but like, you know,
The Atlanta Thrashers and the Leafs have advanced to the second round the same number of times since 2004. Love Twitter.
Oh my God. We gotta get these memes going, bro. They're good. They're really good. Oh man.
so that second goal that
it's
was
easy.
scored.
That
Montreal
second goal
gets
was
it.
scored. That was a sad one, mainly because literally the way I didn't want the Leafs to play is how they played. It was kind of funny. The goal was scored for the first one, and they immediately started playing aggressive. But it wasn't aggressive with the idea of making Montreal make a mistake or hitting them in their own zone, like
They were
doing
just playing
somewhat in the
reckless
first
at
half.
that point.
In the first period. What
Yeah.
they did now in the second period was just play desperate
Yeah, it was
because
just
they knew if
reckless.
they
It was
lost,
just
they weren't going to be
completely
able to keep
reckless.
their head.
What I don't get, what I think, I don't remember if it was in the second period or early in the third, where you have Austin Matthews with the puck just rushing down center ice, 3 men on
Yep.
him. Like
That was
I
in the third period.
I get people want you to be the hero, Austin. I get you're being paid 10 million, like 40 goal season and everything. Like, yeah, you deserve that. That's fine. That doesn't give you the logic to run into a 3-man fucking D zone by
And
yourself.
what part of this is Kyle Dubas' fault? Like,
None
when
of
did
it.
we get to talk
None
to
of it.
him?
None of it. None of it. None of it.
None
No,
of it.
no.
No,
Hold on.
Tyler, you and
Yeah,
I know. There was
Yusuf,
probably him
we've
talking to
been-
them before the
I
game
think,
even
well,
started.
how
Hold
do
up.
you what do you do with so here's okay.
Hold up,
maybe
no.
not none of it, maybe not none of it, maybe not none of it.
Yeah,
my
okay.
my only
yeah.
my only defense
A lot
with
of it.
Dubas is he tried to build an actual team this year. He did what he could.
Well-
based on also the cap that
Well,
there's
the
stuff.
problem is if you fuck yourself, like I mean, seriously, he
You
dug
fuck
himself in a
yourself.
hole. Like, dude, he dug himself into a hole and he tried to get out of it. I mean, like, no,
now,
he
now
didn't.
granted,
put his hand-
certain acquisitions paid off. Jason Spezza, not gonna lie, paid off. Sure, he wasn't great. He wasn't amazing, but he was one of the better scorers on the team this series. Jack Campbell, good goalie. You can't hate Jack. I don't think you can.
I mean, I'm just gonna.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna take it back to where we had it 2-3 years ago, Yusuf, and we had a conversation in TD Garden.
Oh, I
About-
remember this day.
Yeah, about
Yep.
how
Yep.
something like a John Tavares signing where you now paid a man you don't need
Need.
$10 million, that you already had one of the most a potent offense. You added a guy you did not need.
Nope.
And you completely ignore the defensive aspect of the game, which is a large part of hockey. Because yes, while you need to outscore the opponent, you also
need to
let them-
protect your goalie from getting the puck in the net.
Yep, on the same thing.
And defense wins cups.
So once that, which I've been preaching for a while. So when
I know
Montreal
you
goes
have.
out,
I know it has.
and as much as I make fun of Price, as he proved this series, the old guy still got it in him.
Which I told you last week.
Dude, anytime I shit on him, he balls out. So I needed to shit on him because I needed Yusuf to cry.
Parse and I were screaming about this whole game in our squad group chat with like our friends here. And at one point, Parse just put, Tyler's chirping me right now. I'm like, great. This is just.
Yeah, I messaged him. I was like, Yusuf's gonna.
Well,
cry.
he was like, yo, what do you think? What do you think we should do? I'm like, dude, like, whatever bet you had is definitely happening. It's definitely happening.
I don't even remember what our bet was. That's the worst part.
Dude, we were talking about the second round and third round.
What? Oh, what round? What is that? I don't know what that is. The city doesn't know what that is.
Here's the thing: it's not this. All this proves is it's not even Boston. They couldn't do it to the Cavs. They couldn't get past Boston. They couldn't get past
Columbus.
Montreal.
They couldn't do it here.
Dude, they were set for success. Dude, they literally were set for it this year. The league is like, here's the easiest division. Just do it.
Easiest division. Just do it.
No. Like, how?
You got Vegas getting 7-1.
Oh yeah, you got Vegas
by
getting
Colorado
yesterday.
Oh, dude, that was
you
hysterical.
guys can't get there to get the smackdown that you just we can say okay.
Look, if the Leafs make it out of the first round, it's gonna be like when the Caps got past the second round. It's gonna be like a miracle. People are gonna be running in the streets.
Everyone's gonna have a parade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. It's gonna be like when Nashville wins the President's Trophy. They're gonna have a banner raising.
Let's just finish
Western
the
Conference champion,
and then we'll get to it. So, management. Yeah, I get you can. Okay, I rescind what I said earlier. You can blame Kyle Dubas for a bit being held hostage.
Bro,
being held hostage to sign your top four for $40 million really puts you.
Let me tell you what this kid probably did. I can tell you right now. He's older than me. What Kyle did. I don't even need to be in the locker room. He spoke to the guys. I kid you not. The kid probably did, because he knows his ass is on the line too.
Oh, dude, that whole franchise is on the line right now.
So Kyle was probably like, guys, have a good game. Let's get this dub. He's gonna go up to the box.
Was this game 7 or game 5?
No, game 7. I don't think he was worried in game 5. I don't think he was worried. And if he was worried, then proud to you. But hey, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He wasn't worried game 5. He wasn't even worried game 6. He's worried now because now he knows his ass is on the line.
I mean, yeah, dude. Like,
you hired Babcock, you hired this guy, you got all these trades to spend all this money, and there's still no success. At what point do you say it's not?
You can't. Well, I don't even think you could blame Sheldon Keefe because once again, if Babcock couldn't get it done,
no, why would I blame Sheldon Keefe his first real season?
Well, exactly. You can't blame either of the two coaches.
No.
So you have to look deeper.
I never blamed Babcock.
Oh, I know you never did. I know you never did. I'm saying we got to look at the picture here. So you can't blame the coaches. Here's
the thing. Here's the thing, kiddo. You got to remember about good old Mikey Babcock. You know, he's a good man. He doesn't harm anyone. Nope. Not even not Mitchie. Nope. None of them. But how old? What? He's a child. Well, never mind.
So now all you wanted these kids to do was play with some heart, because that's the only way you win cups, man.
Also, once again, you can't.
You don't get 3-0 in a game 7 because you want to, dude.
Exactly, and nothing's changed between coaching. So you got the GM, or you got to look at the core. Now, I think you look at both because
the core is a problem.
The GM signed the core to too much money. Also, whatever happened to
Kyle Dubas for a time. Kyle Dubas is the one that signed all 4 of them. So
yeah, exactly.
Matthews is a problem, and I don't want to quote this as my own thing because I didn't believe it before. But a year ago I started to believe it. My dad was right. You can't have Austin Matthews and newly approved John Tavares on the same team, because Matthews is going to act like it's his team, and John is the veteran that the team needs.
Well, I told you this when they
he told me this when they got signed. When Tavares got signed.
Tavares got signed. I literally turned to Yusuf and laughed at him. And Yusuf was like, "This is awesome, hometown boy."
If I remember correctly, we were sitting in some bar when it happened.
We definitely were, because I think then you ordered a very strong drink.
Yes.
Well, because I was messaging him saying, dude, like of all the moves you could make, this is probably the worst one. regardless of what it means for the franchise.
Go get a defenseman. Go get a goalie.
Go get defense and go get a goalie. Like I've been saying this for years.
I'm not even convinced it's the
goaltending. The other, they had, and like with goaltending, it's like they had. I get they had faith in Freddie. Freddie stole them a few games in like the Boston series and everything.
But can you really blame Freddie?
No.
I've never blamed Freddie.
Here's the thing.
I blame the defense in front of him.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what's winning a lot of teams cups right now, or like at least winning playoff series? Young, fast defensive cores. The Leafs have an old, aging defensive core. Zach Bogosian is on the Leafs defense.
Dad for all the facts. For all the facts.
Morgan Riley's not getting any younger.
Jake Muzzin, TJ Brody.
The youngest defenseman they have is Rasmus Sandin, and he got decimated by Montreal.
It is what it is.
And he's only 21. So.
It is what it is.
Oh yeah, no, this is.
You know what franchises reminds me now of? Nashville.
How so? Interesting.
Curious where you're going with this.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
They had Rene. They had this defenseman. I can't remember his name. Was it Weber? I think they had Mark Weber on the team. Was it when Shea Weber was still on the team before they traded him? Yeah, sorry, Shea. They had Shea Weber on the team, and they surrounded themselves, and they kept on marketing Shea Weber as the guy. I remember this. And every time they played the Blackhawks or anybody really in the Central Division, they would lose in the first round. And I asked myself,
this sounds like Nashville.
This does sound like Nashville.
Because they built their team around an Asian defenseman and a Asian goaltender. And you can't do that in a league where the people move way too fast for that.
Oh, absolutely. No.
People dump pucks and go around that. You need to build a fast team up top and a controlling defense down bottom. With a goaltender with great reflexes.
Well, and name 3 of the better defensemen in the league right now.
Adam Fox,
Hedman, McAvoy.
Yeah.
What's the average age between these guys? Like 20.
Cale Makar.
Cale McCarr's 22 years old. Quinn Hughes is 22 years old. Adam Fox is what, 22 or 21?
I think Adam Fox is 21.
21. Yeah. Adam Fox is 21. Cale Makar is 22. Quinn Hughes is 22.
Andre Miller is 19.
Yeah.
The Bruins defense is all in their 20s. The Rangers defense outside of Brendan Smith is all in their 20s.
Victor Hedman's been great for years. They transition at the right time. They have a great training camp, and they never, ever, ever let more than 5 minutes be played in their zone.
Hedman's
always
30.
play a zone
Hedman's
or in
30.
neutral.
Okay.
So Hedman's the outlier, but if you look at the rest and look,
but even then he's 30 this year, or he turns 31 this year.
I believe he's currently 30.
Currently 30. Consider this: most of the good years that Hedman's been around were from the ages 25 to 30, so still below 30.
He turns 31 in December.
Okay, so yeah, like most of Hedman's really good years have been in the last few, so still below the age of 30.
All right, so at this point, we've talked about the first goal, talked about the second goal. We don't need to talk about the third because it was an empty netter.
Yeah, it was an empty netter.
It was a beautiful empty netter.
You have. I know, it was a crazy empty netter. Yeah, I did not expect that to go in.
Yeah, I was like, what is it? I'm like, that one in.
I had some friends over, and we were like watching it. We were just watching the puck just roll down the ice, and we're like, whatever.
So I want to open up the floor to you now for you to express your emotions.
And then we'll ridicule you. Then we'll absolutely tear into you.
And then we can talk about. And then we can talk about Dubas.
It's okay. I got this ready.
So let's go ahead.
All use. This is the all use.
Yeah, for sure.
Al's here to comfort me. Al's gonna wave high and shit. Al, sorry, I have to put you away. Okay, where do I begin? Where do I begin? Where do I begin with this fucking team? I have so many questions. I think is what I've realized now. It's been about an hour now since the game ended. And they're all just simple. Dylan Larkin does still love me. I think. How is number one? How do you justify watching this newly, strangely built Leafs team? With you got your own guys up top. You've got the old boomers and Joe Thornton, Wayne Simmons, Nick Foligno, Jason Spezza. You've got the defense. You get TJ Brody signing. He's there for 4 years. Hey, remember when they traded Nazem Kadri to get a goal to get a defense whose initials had TB and went? Oh wait, Tyson Berry left. Right. How about that? Didn't you? Still hurts. the questionable signings of like Zach Bogosian. Fuck. Uh, and considering how they did this season, they only, I think, lost. They weren't in first place in this division. I think only 20 days out of the whole season. Uh, Game one, the Tavares thing shook them up. I get it. Makes sense. Anyone would be shaken up by that, I think. But from the other perspective of that incident, you would also the Bruins tied up the game with the Islanders. Okay. Um. Where was I? You would think, something like that happens, especially to your captain, the guy you look up to, the locker room leader. Something happens to him like that, and you would think that would give the Leafs a little bit of a push. Maybe a little bit of motive, just like our captain. We can do this without the captain. We got to do this. We gotta do this for JT. Like hashtags all over Twitter, just like hashtag win for JT. And so in the game two, the 5-1 win. Okay, good, looking hockey. These two fucking idiots are just messaging each other on the Zoom call chat, and I'm reading everything while I'm trying to speak, and it's just fucking making me chuckle. Game three, solid win. Game four, Jack Campbell gets his first shutout. Awesome, good for Jack. I'm happy for him. That he's got the starting position in Toronto when Freddie decided to, not be good. He was hurt too, but and then all they had, I kept saying it, all they had to do was win game five. All they had to do was win game five. And then they blew that. Montreal had the first two goals in that game. Tied up, go to overtime. Okay. Cole Caulfield to Nick Suzuki. Bad turnover. What are you doing? I'm so scared. Game six. Montreal scores the first two goals in the game. Ties up, goes to overtime. Back in the Emmy. Off, shockingly, bad turnover. Power play sucked both games. Power play sucked every game. Game seven. I don't have any words. I no. I I don't. I don't. I could sit here for the next hour or whatever. I could use tomorrow, just sit down and look at this team and be like, so now what? Like what would they do? What can't they do? What should they do? What yada 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 yada. You can think of all the stupid possible things. But I'm not sure. Okay. So uh as Tyler and I were finishing school in 2018, 2019, I decided to commit a little more of my fandom time at the Leafs because the Red Wings were starting the downturn of their time, and also bad, but always a Red Wings fan at heart, no matter what, especially now. So I gave them a chance. 2018, blew it. 2019, I looked at the team and I said, you know what, this team is not great, but not bad either. And then went to game seven that year in Boston and watched them get their shit kicked in. And then there was last year. Again, not a amazing looking Leafs team, but I still had a little bit of faith. Just thought, I'm still living we're still living in the Toronto area. So Tyler, so I mean, I'll be like, I won't be going crazy. I'll watch the games. I'll like just look at things here and there, but see how they do. Uh, and then the David Ayers game happened, which Parse and I watched live in my living room that night. Oh, and then of course COVID, and then the play-in round, and then they got their shit kicked in by Columbus of all teams, a team that can't even score. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, Tyler just put in the chat that I'm bumming him out. This is the vent hour, not hours, gonna be a couple minutes, but um, and then this year, I saw all the acquisitions they were doing, the trades they had made. Signing TJ Brody was like, okay, cool. Just little things, and I thought, okay, maybe they're on not the right track, but they're on a better track. Regular season started, and I'm not one of those people, but a lot of people were already saying, oh yeah, you know, Toronto's a cup contender. And I'm like, I don't necessarily think so. There's this thing called the first round we need to get out of. You know, gotta get out of there first. So whole season they looked really good. They lost a few weird games here and there, which, whatever, kind of bothered, but whatever. Um then
Ottawa.
yes. Ottawa, they lost like 3 games to Vancouver after no, 2 games after Vancouver came back from being with COVID for a month. How do you do that? I don't know. It's the Toronto Maple Leafs. But when the playoffs were beginning, and I think when everyone knew that they were facing Montreal, there were 2 realizations I had in my head. Number one was because of how the divisions were set up this year, just because COVID and traveling and everything, so all the Canadian teams are stuck in their own little box. This was the legitimate best case scenario for the Leafs to actually make it out of the first round. Like, this was their best shot, especially with the team they had. This was their actual best shot. And the other thing I realized was Carey Price, despite his season, when in the playoffs, can do one of 2 things. He can either just play like a goalie, let a few goals in, they might lose the series, or he might play like Carey Price, just shut you down for fun. And he did just that. On top of Oregon, hey, yeah.
Bro, I think it's the worst thing that Price and the Montreal Canadiens is who Toronto loses to, because they're never gonna let this one go.
Oh no, absolutely,
Like,
they're never letting
for
this
life.
down again. Yep.
If you go to Montreal as a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, you will be chirped for this.
So there was a video 2 days ago from Game 6 in Montreal where you know how Parse, were you hearing about how tickets for that game were like dumb expensive?
Yeah, and there was a couple of Leafs fans walking around saying, "Enjoy your last game."
Yeah, that was guys.
Your last game.
There, I saw the video of those 2 dudes. They were the guys that had bought the tickets for like $5,000 for 2 tickets, and like drove to Montreal that morning to go see the game. And the jackass that was like, "Oh, enjoy your last game," he like had his jersey tucked into his jeans. Like, what the fuck are you doing there, bud? Like, excuse me? What? And he's like, haha, have fans, enjoy your last game. As soon as I saw that video, I'm like, we're fucking losing this series, aren't we? This idiot. It's his fault.
Tyler.
I'm blaming him.
Tyler, bro.
Yusuf, I told you like 6 weeks ago they were losing this series.
Yo, Tyler had faith.
See, here's like in the back. Look.
Dude,
Tyler,
I told
bro.
you, I told you Winnipeg was winning the whole North. You don't listen.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Tyler, bro. There's a bet that the Mares had, bro.
I know. Oh, you told me. I think it's hysterical.
Bro, the fact that the Canadians flag is gonna fly full mass.
Oh, is it flying at City Hall?
At City Hall tomorrow?
Oh no.
Dude,
Bro.
I need a picture. That's
I want to go downtown just to see this.
What time are you done work? I'm driving you downtown tomorrow.
Dude, I'm about to drive all through the night. I'll sneak across. I'll go like ride a moose into Canada. I'll do whatever the fuck I have to. That sounds hysterical.
Hysterical, bro.
To finish. I said this last year. It was the funniest part of last year's vent episode And I have to say it again because I have to. What a fucking joke of a team. What
They're
an
moving the team
absolute fucking joke.
They're moving the team to Hamilton. It's the Hamilton
Hockey team.
Hamilton Leafs.
Move him out of Ontario. Ontario doesn't deserve him. Honestly, Ottawa is Ontario's team now. Ottawa is Ontario's team. Okay, not Toronto. It's not the Leafs anymore. So what now?
Well,
I'm enjoying this.
This is I really enjoy it. I've been now we talk about what happens to Dubas.
I think Dubas keeps his job.
Oh no, I don't
enough,
think they can fire him yet. This is his first real shot, right?
Yeah, this was the first like legit shot they've had.
But he's gonna have to blow the team up though.
He's got to get out of one of the 4 core members.
Yeah, one of the 4 core has to go. This isn't gonna work.
This is non-negotiable. You don't do this. I mean, you lost your job. This is the type of result that makes GMs lose their job.
Tyler, pull up Cap Friendly.
Oh, you don't think I already have it up?
That's true. By the way,
I literally sent the screenshot from Cap Friendly in here.
I haven't checked the chat, you fuck. Okay.
Dude, those prices make my skin.
So the easiest to trade would be Nylander, which would suck.
Yeah, but Nylander was the best player this whole series.
Exactly. Well, that's why it would suck if you're the Leafs. But
that's the irony. Is he was the best player this whole series.
Yeah, but he's got the only contract you can even dump unless you want to retain salary.
I can't jump. By the way, Marner's.
By the way, hey,
Marner's at 10.9 mil.
Cap Friendly. I don't know if you sponsor people, but if you want to sponsor this podcast, by all means, that would be great.
Yeah, no, they can't trade Marner because they're giving him 10.9 mil. And while a lot of teams would love to have him, they can't afford it.
No.
Or don't want to take it on.
Unless the Leafs take on part of it.
Although, this is some shit Dubas would do. Bobrovsky for fucking Marner.
I'm telling you,
fucking do it.
It could happen. In
he
my
would
head,
actually do it.
It could happen. So, if you want it bad enough, it could happen.
A lot of people have been already making the joke as early as yesterday and this morning. 1-for-1, Jack Eichel for Mitch Marner. I think that's a horrible idea.
I think Eichel would be even somehow more upset.
I know. I don't know how, but he would be.
I think he'd be heartbroken.
Because Eichel doesn't really play on the wing, does he?
Eichel, I think he's kind of. Eichel is a forward. Eichel does whatever Eichel wants to do.
That's true. Yeah, he could do everything.
Eichel does not get enough.
That's why I don't feel too good. I have never seen him play organized hockey.
Dude,
Buffalo.
Watch him live. It's incredible.
Oh God.
No, you guys don't get what I mean. Like he's never played with like somebody telling him he actually has to do something. You know what I mean?
Oh
like, with a scheme. Like he just skates around.
Yeah, they just say, Eichel, you go do you, man. And
just do you, dude. Like it's 4 on 5.
He's beautiful. Oh, he's beautiful.
It's 4 on 5 and 1 on none.
Exactly. Dude, he's so good though. Like he's incredible.
Which, by the way, I do want to bring something up. I don't remember who the
I think he hated this.
Some idiot friend of mine from here.
Dude, he does. I don't know where he wants to go. I know it's not Buffalo.
Yeah, some dumbass friend of mine was telling me, see, if it wasn't just in the divisions, the Leafs would have, a shot against a team like, what the fuck are you telling me? I'm pretty sure someone has actually told me word for word that the Leafs have a shot against a team like Colorado, and I laughed. I laughed for 5 minutes.
I think they play up to their competition. I'm a firm believer that the Leafs is a team that plays to their competition.
Okay, so at the very best, you want to, like New York played up to their competition. They missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
No. Well,
so I mean, like
you gotta remember the unfortunate.
Here's what I mean. Like there's some teams that don't deserve to be where they at, but they play with such tenacity, and they match the energy of the other team that they can hang with them. That's the thing that I feel like the Leafs can be like that, because again, as you saw in this regular season, they took down some pretty good names.
Yeah, but it was all Canadian teams though.
I mean, yeah, like dude, they got the pleasure of just beating up on Ottawa.
Yeah, except Ottawa won 5 of those games.
But they got to beat up Vancouver and Calgary.
Yeah, exactly. They just got to kick the shit out of them. They got to beat Edmonton twice.
Yeah.
3 times, and
Like,
then Winnipeg was the only
that
real
one
threat
game they played
in
in
If you
NC,
go
where
look at the
score was
if you look at the
7-6 or
league
6-5, something
standings,
like that.
Yeah,
if you look at the league standings, like the best team they played was the Oilers, and they were the
Oilers.
11th best team in the league.
no.
And then after
Okay.
that, it's Winnipeg at 14, and then it just Montreal's 18, and then it goes worse from there.
That's the unfortunate reality and the con as well of having had the team, having the Canadian division. As nice as it was to just watch the Leafs take the shit out of everyone in the division, you don't get a proper measure of how they test against, a Carolina, a Vegas,
If anything, yeah,
and
it
and the
probably
thing
helped
is,
them.
just quickly going back to this whole fucking stupid thing this person told me was like, yeah, they could, the Leafs could beat a team like Colorado. The second best team in the league is Vegas, and they got
Embarrassed
wrecked.
last night.
They got riggedy wrecked last night.
I didn't really see the game, but yeah,
Oh, dude,
I
it
mean,
was
I'm still a
disgusting.
firm believer in them
Jesus.
playing to their competition, but at the same time, there's no real relevant data this year or the last year before that.
You could argue. I'm not saying you're wrong. You could argue that they played to their competition, and they just lost three straight to Montreal.
And they lost to Ottawa a bunch of times as well. You don't as a championship team, you don't do that.
Not to mention those Ottawa games they lost, they blew leads.
They blew leads, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. They don't know how to
yeah.
close out games.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
And I hope to God, Tyler,
I'm here.
I hope to God that Dubas doesn't go sleep tonight and think that the problem can be fixed through coaching.
Oh, dude, if he fires the coach,
Because if he
Sheldon
goes,
Keefe-
if he fires the coach and the Rangers don't give Keefe a call, I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna fly away and just cry.
Sheldon Keefe is the furthest thing from the problem here.
No,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna get so mad if this guy goes through the whole summer and sets himself.
Granted,
Maybe they can just fix it through coaching.
Assistant coaching, the power play needs to get fixed. That's for sure. Because they look like They look like chickens with their heads cut off on the.
What I hear the other day, apparently power play is all based on confidence.
I don't know if that's true or not necessarily.
Power plays. There's actually a good bit of scheming. Like the Capitals under Barry Trotz, their power play was just, and still is just brilliant.
Fucking Jared Bednar, the way he has the Colorado power play set up is like it's some like Mission Impossible, like Ocean's 11 type of planning.
The Bruins power play is also great.
Yeah, the Bruins power play's been always great. The Bruins power play has been great since like
the
2010.
Capitals power play is just a thing of beauty because everyone has a job and they are very good at that one job.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ovechkin's really good at slap shots from the left circle. Oshie's really good in front of the net. Backstrom's really good at setting up the other two from the right side. It's like, all right, they got this down.
And then just in case they pin Backstrom, you have John Carlson to set him up too.
And then you have someone behind the net like Tom Wilson, who's just a big-bodied guy, go for wraparounds or throw it in front.
Or how they were trying to run the power play post-trade deadline, where you have Ovi as your primary triggerman and Mantha as your secondary triggerman. Yep. Which, like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, the Caps. One thing I actually give the Washington Capitals credit for, they can run a power play. That is the single best thing they are great at.
But just the way the Leafs power play was run through the whole game, through the whole series, through the back half of the regular season, was just bad. Really, 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 really bad. Like,
oh yeah,
you might want to take a look at that. Manny Malhotra, the assistant coach, who is, I believe, he's the one that handles the power play.
Yep.
Bye-bye? Probably. I don't know. Okay. Tyler.
Well, yep.
Do me a favor. How many players on the Leafs are going to be free agents this year? Like, as of now, whose contract is up?
10 UFAs, 1 RFA.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Plus the 2 goalies are UFAs. 2 of the 3 goalies.
UFAs, not RFAs.
There's 1 RFA and the rest are UFAs.
Who's the RFA?
Travis Dermott.
More positive news.
On more positive
always
news.
Next season.
On more positive news.
You know what's the best part?
Go Detroit.
Hold up. The best part is those. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Those 7 forwards. Those 7 forwards that are UFAs value at $10 million.
Combined? Why can't they just draft?
Combined.
Just draft defense. How is it this hard Why is things that we see
Well, dude,
so hard for
so-
management to do?
so Yusuf, what have I always preached to you about? Who wins cups, man?
Defense,
And
goaltending.
goaltending. Okay.
I mean, I
let-
hate to say it to you, but the Penguins literally had that in 2016 and 2017. They went
Yeah.
back to back, and I hate
Here's
it.
the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not disagreeing, right? I've seen good
Oh, no,
defensive
hold-
teams.
let's just
right?
look at who
Tyler
won.
knows
No,
this.
let's just look at who won each series. Colorado
Sure.
better over St. Louis. Colorado had better defense and better goaltending.
And better everything.
Vegas over Minnesota. In the end, their defense showed up. Marc-Andre Fleury. is
Marc-Andre
Marc-Andre
Fleury. Yeah, shut up.
Montreal, Carey Price, and
Carey
they
Price.
have a better defense.
Yes.
Winnipeg is a defensive-based team with a fantastic goalie in Connor Hellebuyck.
And the Winnipeg Hellbucks, yes.
And then Tampa, as much as I am so mad that they're cheating on offense,
And Vasilevsky.
but defense, yeah, they have Vasilevsky and Hedman. Like they win. Carolina, better defensive two-way
Defense.
system.
They are one of the
Boston.
best defensive teams.
Boston over Washington.
Boston
New York over
Boston is, I think, legitimately low-key the best two-way team in this entire league.
yeah, New York over Pittsburgh.
Defense.
Exactly.
Trap system.
I was gonna say that Boston was playing a really good two-way game, but yeah, you guys are right. At the end of the day.
Boston is low-key
The
the
defense.
best. I think the best two-way team in this whole league. They're incredible, and no
That's
one.
why a lot of
realizes
people
it.
are picking them to go to the finals again because two-way is hard to beat.
Yeah.
Rask looks good.
Nebraska's looking really good. Yeah. Yeah, and like. I don't even
I
know
know.
this. Yeah.
It is shocking. I wouldn't have said this was my first choice because I felt like the team knew what would happen if they failed. Because
But you have to
It's good.
realize, in thinking that, did they know they would be getting to that point? They would have
Yeah,
thought
but-
otherwise, right?
I think the pressure got to them. That's why you saw Matthews doing things because he knows every single other day it's always the only thing relevant to run is the Raptors.
No.
Well, I've told Yusuf this.
Go Argonauts.
2024.
Yeah,
Austin
2024, the
Matthews.
year the Red Wings win the Stanley Cup.
Austin Matthews will be a Yote.
He probably will be a Coyote. And I will be here with Al.
He'll take a pay cut because the Leafs gave him so much money. He won't even need more money. He'll be happy. He'll just go play, take a nice hometown discount to be in Arizona. Kind of similar to the hometown discount Tavares took, remember? The 11 mil.
Oh shit.
I was actually talking about that earlier with my buddies when we were watching the game. Is they really overpaid for Tavares?
11 mil hometown
Tyler,
discount.
I don't even want to Yusuf. I don't even want to hear that from you, bro. been telling
Hometown discount.
Yeah.
You don't pay a dude over the age of 30 10 mil. It's just unheard of.
The fact that they literally Dubas said I gave him the hometown discount. What was he going to get paid? That's what I want to know.
So the rumor is San Jose was ready San Jose was going to give him 14.
I was right.
14. It was either 14 or 15.
Then
Jose
let,
was ready to
let them overpay.
Ever.
Let them overpay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them overpay.
San Jose needed it. So
Honestly, can you fault the Islanders for not signing him?
no, of course not. I never did.
Like, dude,
They had him for how many years and they never got past the first round? What?
9 years.
What?
No, 10 years. Wait, he was drafted in 09, left in 18. Yeah, 9 years. 9 years.
dude, I think he brought Rick DiPietro down. That's all I'm gonna say.
That says a lot.
I'm kidding. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what the Leafs got to do. I mean, actually, I do know. They got to get defense. That's what they have to start by doing, and then just commit to a two-way system as opposed to the stupid shit they're doing now.
So I love that guy. The fucking White Claw dude. That shit's so funny. All right. So
Yep, they're wearing the jerseys.
I have two things to recommend to our listeners, two books to read actually. Book number one, I have both of them with me. 1 second, please.
All right, guys, he's just becoming a nerd. He's reading books.
What do you mean? I love reading.
I'm joking.
He's an explanation. You can't just look at the game.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't deny it. I like reading books as well. So
I love reading. There is a random.
I tolerate reading when I want to read about it.
See, I love reading in my spare time. So, it's like that. Yes, the first book you read is Patrick Waugh's biography, which I have here.
Oh, I love that book.
It's really good. It's really good. If you want to understand how playoff teams are built and you want to understand how a GM actually is, first up, kind of covered up. You know what? Hold on.
You turn off your Red
Yeah, I'm
Wings.
going to turn
background.
off my background.
I should have just brought my copy and I could have held it up on your behalf.
It's a good book.
It's a great book. I own it.
Great book. Uh-oh, there goes my camera. There we go. Now we're talking.
Just hold it against your chest. Like, stand up. There you go. Yeah, Brian
Oh,
Burke.
yeah.
It's his biography.
Yeah, Brian Burke's biography, Burke's Law, A Life in Hockey. One of the best books I've read probably in the last few years. Really good insight as to how a good team is built in the life of a GM. And Burke also has a chart in there that he has used throughout his entire time as being a GM and as an exec to build a proper playoff team. And it's the formula he used when he built the 2007 Ducks.
Which won a cup, by the way, for those.
Yeah, by the way, did you know that they won a cup in 2007? Yeah. Weird,
You should buy that. You should just send your book to Dubas.
Yeah.
That'd be funny as shit. With that page bookmarked, that'd be great.
And
You don't have, bro.
The second book.
Because Brian Burke's been talking smack on Sportsnet since this whole Leafs team got constructed, saying they're not going to do anything because they don't know what the winning formula is.
I want to have a coffee with him because we seem to agree about this from day one.
I've been agreeing about it since Burke was in town doing GM stuff.
Dude, the day the Leafs overpaid the first player, which was, I believe, Matthews, I knew this was going to be
they overpaid Phaneuf first.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There was that.
It was Nylander, then it was Matthews, Marner,
and then the beauty of watching Phil Kessel go to Pittsburgh and get two.
And win two.
Yeah,
bro, and on hot dogs.
Yeah, the dude literally ate hot dogs out of a cup. That's fantastic.
The other book I want to recommend to you all, and I really want to see if he's okay, because I know he's not. And if you've been watching the Sportsnet YouTube channel, you would know that they had him live reacting to all 7 games of this series. And this title, if it is as if it wasn't fitting in 2019 when he released the book, or last year, or this year, this team is ruining my life. Steve Dangle's tell-all biography, where he talks about his time working at the Toronto Zoo and the fact that he's a Leafs fan.
There should be a book called How to Leaf.
There should be a book called How to Leaf. Every chapter should just be written by a different Toronto Maple Leaf over the last 30 years and talk about why they got eliminated in the fucking whatever round they did.
So once
have a chapter dedicated to Doug Gilmour getting high stick by Gretzky and them not calling it 93.
Wow, you seem to have some moments here, bud.
You got some that's
actually funny enough. I only remember that because I was I was a guest at a private Q&A that Wayne Gretzky had in Miami like 2 years ago for a work thing, and so a lot of the guys I was with were Leafs fans, right? So after he finishes his little like Q&A, people were asking like other questions about like just random stupid little things, and someone had asked him, why did you high stick Doug Gilmour in 93? And that's the loudest I've ever heard Wayne Gretzky like raise his voice. He just out loud was like, I didn't high stick Doug Gilmour.
You should have asked him about Billy Smith.
Oh no.
You ever see the play with Billy Smith?
I have seen the play.
That's funny as shit. Dude. I don't know.
But
that's pretty bad.
Go check those books out.
Yusuf's gonna drink himself into a coma tonight.
I've only had 3 beers. That's all I'm drinking. I'm actually honestly, so far, I think I'm better. Like the shock has just gotten like.
I think I've kind of prepped you for this because I've just given you so much shit over the years.
I know.
I've really de-elevated your expectations for the Leafs. Like
the thing is, like
5 years ago, you were really into it, and you were like, the window's just opening. I was like, dude, the window's already closed.
Yeah. Oh man.
Actually, no, that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
The window was closed.
I remember, I think it was last year, or it might have been like a little after we graduated, Tyler, where I realized looking at the team, I'm like, yeah, this window's closing fast.
Hold up. I could tell you.
Tyler.
Hold up. October 28th, around then.
What year?
2018.
Oh my God.
Let me help you. Hold up. Let me find the exact date.
Holy shit, he's
Please hold.
See, like I said, I decided to invest my time in this team because the Red Wings were on a rebuild, and I'm like, you know what? That's okay.
Here we go. I have the exact day.
The rebuild.
October 27th, 2018. It was the day
2018. So this would have been
our senior year.
Yeah, no, this is our senior year. Was that? That
Carey
was
Price.
after we went to, no, or was that the day we went to that fucking Habs game?
Yeah. So
The day of the
Carey
fire.
Price,
Huh.
a street in Boston had like a 14 alarm fire and there's an apartment building burning down.
Yeah, that was fun.
Meanwhile, me and Yusuf went to the Montreal Canadiens Boston Bruins game in which Carey Price tied the win records for the Canadian goalie.
And shut out the Bruins 3-0.
And shut out the Bruins 3-0. Exactly. Yep. So October 2018.
October 2018. Yep. So I remember that. 27th, you said it was?
Yep. So we're at TD Garden, and Yusuf turns to me and he goes, I got a good feeling about the Leafs coming up. And I turned to Yusuf, I remember this so well. I said, dude, their window was closed last year. Their window was extra closed this year. They've locked the window. It is sealed. They flex sealed that window, dude. That thing is gone. Like, there's nothing getting in or out of that window. I told you. I told you.
You ever gone through the feeling of being with someone, a partner, and saying, hey, let's go to a hockey game. So you've never seen a hockey game before, so I'll take you to a hockey game. First game you take her to is Bruins and Leafs game 7. And when the Leafs got their shit kicked in, lost 5-1, as we are heading home on the tee, he just looks at me and goes, is this normal? And at that moment is when I realized, yes, it is. This is absolutely normal.
Oh, dude.
I'm not sorry you had to witness that.
Wait, were you apologizing for your behavior or the Leafs' behavior?
The Leafs' behavior. Actually, no. Yeah.
It was. She was. Yeah. You guys going to take a girl to a game?
Is this normal? Oh yeah, the Leafs suck all the time.
Well. And man, fucking after game 6. So if you follow Steve Dangle on YouTube, he does his LFR videos, which are great. You should check. Steve's amazing, dude. You should check him out. Normally he does like jump cuts for his videos, so they're all edited. But for game 6, it was one take, as is, and he mentioned something at one point when he started talking about it, and I realized, I didn't realize it then. I've realized it for years now. This team's fucking haunted, man. They're never gonna get shit done.
It's not because they can't get shit done. It's because they can't
get
understand
it. They just don't get it.
The formula, bro. And they just lose their heads in terms of playing
which
for heart. Like, they think because they wear the crest that they're a Leaf.
I don't think
don't bleed blue yet.
I know.
I don't think blue.
What I'm about to say probably isn't a hot take, but someone might consider it to be. All right.
I'm just happy because you guys might actually pass us, which is what I need. So,
with the jokes.
Are you talking about lottery standings?
No. For those who don't know, there's a very famous quote, 1994 Stanley Cup Finals. For the first time in 54 years, the Rangers have won the Stanley Cup. It's a really beautiful quote. Brings me to tears trying to get. First time in 54 years. The Leafs are at 52.
No, they're not.
Are they not?
Oh, no. Technically, they would be because the lockout year and then... Wait, they would only be at 53.
Yeah. So I need you all to not win for a little bit longer.
We're already the longest team with the longest.
I think they already are the longest team with.
They're already the team with the longest cup drought. When St. Louis
I think at the end of this year, I think at the end of the season it's going to be 53.
Yeah, so when St. Louis won, it should be 53. It should be technically 54 if you do the math, but it's 53 because of the lockout.
Yeah. So next year you'll tie it. So I need 2 years of the Leafs sucking, and then I don't give a shit anymore. That is why I have been rooting against the Leafs more than anyone. I want you guys with the longest drought because we had.
Here's what I want. Here's legitimately at this point, I've come to terms with it, and I'm finally like.
What, the window's closed?
I mean that too.
Yay.
That too. Like I'm embracing it. I've got my jersey on. I've got all my other jerseys ready to go in my closet. I've got Al here. I've got my signed photo of Steve Yzerman always hanging up above my bed, and I pray to it every day, knowing that the Leafs will be, or not the Leafs, the Red Wings will be good in like 2-3 years time.
I'm glad you're like embracing the shit I told you to do 5 years ago. It just took you a while.
It's kind of great that you finally.
It's not, it's nice to be a Red Wings fan again. It's nice.
Wow.
I've missed it. I know, right? Hey, considering, I mean, man,
was it really hard?
No.
I do it every
Look,
day.
when you're the other funny thing too is like the Red Wings fan in me always comes out whenever like Leafs fans are like, "Hey, guess what? We're in the playoffs," and I'm like, "Guess what? We have 2 fucking Stanley Cups, one in this century. Eat a dick."
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
for real.
How many years have you made it out of this? Made it out of the first round? How many final? We have 3 finals appearances, 2 Stanley Cups, and 15 fucking years straight in the playoffs in this
I
century
can't-
alone.
I can't wait to go
In this
back,
century,
Tyler, and I'm gonna let you know when I'm back, and then we're gonna go and have some nice good food because Nashville has a nice strip, and I love
I'm
that strip.
coming. I'm coming with them. Actually, I'm.
Oh,
coming
that
yeah.
strip has a
drag 'em
lot
with
of
Oh, we
me.
fried
got to tell
chicken.
Parse what I did.
Oh no!
What
Oh
did you-
no! Oh no! He's such a fucking idiot. Tyler's such a fuck. You want to show him?
Actually, the jersey's in the closet. I bought a Pecorino jersey. Let's start there. I decided to go out and do the only reasonable thing. now
Oh
that I've
right.
moved here.
Also, the other part. Yeah.
I bought a. I'm
Explain
gonna
your
use a
crimes.
chicken holder for the Preds now.
Chicken holder for the president.
Dude,
Chicken holder.
It's a 20-game package.
20-game package.
He gets discounts on food and the merch.
jersey, yep.
Nice,
Yep.
nice.
Parking too,
Parking
Parking
discounts
too.
on parking.
which is already only $10 to begin with, so it's to get a discount on that too.
Parse, why can't we get that here? Why
Yeah, no.
can't we have nice things?
Canada's retarded.
Yeah, so it told you it's fantastic. So now I am still a Rangers fan at heart, but I will admit going to the Preds games are fun as well. So I've
I've
committed.
heard Preds getting fun.
I've
but,
committed to hating it here as well. So we're just
You
gonna
know,
keep.
I
can't wait for
genuinely-
September to come because I'm talking the Jets with Tyler.
Oh, can we?
Oh,
Let's
God,
not hate
I'm-
myself.
We're not getting into the football just yet. Save that for later. I'm ready.
Zach
Man.
Wilson's the savior. That's all you need to know.
I'm also
Hey.
I'm also excited
Hold up,
for the
guess
Lions.
whose birthday it is today?
Zach Wilson's birthday.
No, it's Joe Namath's birthday. Even better.
Holy shit.
Super Bowl champion Joe Namath.
Get the
Hollywood Joe
champagne.
Namath.
He's already
Um,
drinking.
Oh, he's been drinking. Okay, here's what I was gonna say. I genuinely
It's an important day.
fucking what was it, Anton? I think it was last year or like sometime like a while ago. I think it might have been the last time the 3 of us actually like filmed the show in person before like lockdowns sped up. But Anton was like, Yusuf, who are you gonna root for if the Leafs have to play the Red Wings in the playoffs one day? And he's like, assuming the Red Wings make the playoffs. And I looked him dead in the eyes and said, mark my fucking words, the Red Wings are sweeping the Leafs. Mark my fucking words. The Red Wings will be a very good team in a couple years. Better than whatever this fucking shit was.
I don't know if they'll sweep them, but like Tyler said, their window is closed. So I honestly think this is the best chance.
This was the best chance they had.
and I
this
think
was it.
now it's
It
going
was
to be
this
another 10-year drought until they build a team back up again. And I hope Tyler, whatever his name is, Dubas, is
Kyle.
ready for that.
He would be a Kyle.
Yeah, he looks like a Kyle.
I hope you're ready for a Kyle. I hope you're ready for playoff misses, and he's not going to be around that long.
No, they're gonna fire him like a year anyway.
They're going to fire him. in 2 years.
probably.
No, done.
Shake up management again. Have
Well-
Brandon Shanahan come back to come home.
How
to
do you
Detroit.
save Kyle?
But hold on, do they
The
care?
only way
I don't think
to
they.
save
I
Kyle-
genuinely don't think they do.
But here's
I
the thing:
seriously
I
don't
don't
think they do.
genuinely think the Leafs care because here's the thing. You know, I make fun of the Tavares signing, but I can guarantee you, the amount of money they probably made off those jerseys and shit.
They're one of the most profitable teams in the NHL. Not to mention,
Now
they have a
these-
deal. So you and Kyle wouldn't know because they're not in they're not in the U.S. But we have a bank dealer called Scotiabank.
I'm
right.
hip,
Yeah, so we have
I've heard of
Scotiabank and Scotia.
dude. They have like
Uh,
arenas and shit. I've heard of them. I
That's
watched.
true. They do have arenas, and they have 2.
Yeah, I
They have
know.
a Saddle Dome, and they, as of 2018, which was the Tavares year, the Tavares signing year, they have the arena in Toronto now, the Scotiabank Arena. Right, they are paying $800 million for the naming rights for that arena, and that more or less paid for them getting John Tavares.
Yeah.
On top of them making even more money. Like
So-
MLSC, and so here, like, sorry.
No, you're good.
I have a lot of friends that work at MLSC, like friends that are our age, friends that are much older, because I have a lot of connections in like the food industry and whatnot out here. And everything I've known about how the Leafs have been run since like the 2000s to now. Sorry, burping a lot. I've had 3 fucking drinks today. So, you know, a lot of food, stress eating.
Depression.
For a lot of years, they just, it's like they could be the shittiest team in the league standings wise, but they're constantly going to have fans in the seats. They're going to be selling out merch. At the end of the day, I think, you know, now I start to look at it like, well, maybe not now, but I guess like last year to now, I've like actually started to look at it. Like, does the organization as a whole actually give a shit about wanting to win a cup?
No, I mean, dude, that's
I
what I'm
don't
trying to
think
say. Like, I
no.
don't like they're making
think
so
so.
much money. Like, dude, you told me like outright that like a game there on like a normal day is like $200 for the upper decks.
Yeah, something like that, right, Parse?
Yeah, well, I was saying this back when the Yusuf and I were in high school because I did the math back then. I said to myself, you know, there's no good reason the team should be going 30 plus years without getting a cup. So there has to be a different scenario.
Yeah.
And I
And then
think
you
that was
realize how expensive
Burke.
games are.
I think that was the same year as Brian Burke actually visited our school.
Well, dude, I was telling
Yeah,
you
that might have been the year Burke
And
visited our
when
high
that
school.
happened is when I realized that, yo, this team never has to win. Their
Oh.
fans will bleed for this team
Team.
until the day it dies. Because look at the prices, man. And nobody
Dude.
flinches.
Once again, like I was telling you this, under $200 here
Mhm.
can get you like on ice seats.
Yeah.
Like 150 can get you on ice.
Like, you know, like when we were living in Boston, like Tyler and I have been to games where
Dude, you can go to a playoff game for $200 behind the net.
Yeah, on a good day, you can get on ice for about $100 a piece.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, like that was like you'd say probably be about 200. Like
in all fairness, that was also when the Red Sox were in the World Series.
Yeah, that's what that helped that ticket
that
cost.
helped. Yeah,
but like the average playoff ticket would be like
220
$220 probably for Boston.
Game
like,
7 against the Leafs, I got tickets for $300.
Yeah,
still good. Yeah, just up like the upper side of the lower bowl. It's like still good. Still lower bowl, you know. At Scotia, and this is something people bring up all the time. Is like most of the seats in the lower bowl are all season tickets that are owned by like these big companies that are partnered with MLSE and with the Leafs and like sponsors. And like, look, I'm gonna admit right now, I have been to I think 6 Leaf games in my entire life. I've only ever paid for one of them, and that was the Centennial Classic when Parse and I went in 2017. It's the only time I ever paid. And even then, Parse and I got really good seats for fucking, like $200.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But every other game I've been to, and I have all the ticket stubs somewhere here, like hung up with all my like Red Wings stubs and everything too. Is like, there was one game, it was the St. Patrick's game 4 years ago. They were playing the Blackhawks. Lower about 5 rows from the rink was, I think, like 600 a piece.
Well, dude, and that's like
that's stupid.
I mean, dude, all the labels down here, all the record labels have tickets.
Yeah,
like, but
that's true.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. The Leafs literally don't have to try, and they will make their money. And like, dude, Parse wanted to bring up football, but now he's magically gone.
Yeah, and Parse just disappeared on us all of a sudden.
Well, dude, like the New York Jets are the second most watched NFL team every week. It's the Jets. They're terrible. I'm a Jets fan. We're awful. Second most highest viewership rating every week.
I think the first is the Patriots.
No, first is actually Dallas. The Jets are second.
Huh. Shocking Dallas, because Dallas isn't that good either anymore. So.
But dude, it's marketing. So yeah, exactly. I have from 2020 the Forbes most valuable NHL teams. Do you want to take a gander at the top 5 while we wait for Parse?
Number 1 is the Rangers. Number 2 is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Number 3,
Did I tell you this? We talked about this a while ago.
Actually, I've known for years. Number 1 is the Rangers.
Yeah,
I've done that for years. Number 1 is the Rangers. Number 2 is the Leafs. Number 3, I believe, is either the Bruins or the Chicago Blackhawks.
You're wrong. It's Montreal because they own the Leafs.
Ah, right. Yes.
Actually, they have more income than you all.
That was not on purpose. People who are watching, that was not on purpose. That was funny. Good job, Tyler. Sorry, my bad.
Thank you. You're good. Yeah, dude. The Jets are the second most watched team in the NFL. and they're trash. So the Leafs are doing the exact like, dude, they don't have to try.
Islanders win in overtime, by the way.
I hate that and I love that. I'm really conflicted.
I actually really do hate that. What happened, Boston?
All right. So I'm gonna tell you something fun.
Okay.
This is gonna be a while. I warned you all that this is gonna be a long show because stupid. I decided to open Twitter finally after about
Oh, Yusuf,
half an
don't do
hour.
it.
Hold on. I decided to open Twitter. And the first
Parse,
thing I see.
you shouldn't have left. You let him open Twitter.
No. The first thing I see is
Oh man, I really want to see all the memes.
from I don't know who was the one that reported it, but the tweet was a screenshot from our dear friend Jennifer, and it's a quote from Mitch Marner. Do you want to know what the quote says? Do you want to take a guess what the quote says?
Please read it aloud. Just read it aloud.
Wait, Mitch Marner said something?
Mitch speaks.
I really hope this is real, because if it is, there's gonna be a fucking storm tonight, man. This was tweeted at 10 p.m. So just as we started the show. Let me just I do want to fact check if this is actually what he said. 1 second, please.
You got to make sure that's verified.
Yeah, I know.
Yo,
all right.
Shit that I'm reading right now.
From Chris Johnson from Sportsnet, so very verified source in CJ. Mitch Marner says that he didn't live up to his own standards and says that he has to make sure that it stops happening. Let's see. Anything else? So the tweet I had seen, and I don't know who the source is, and if it's real, it is real. Tweeted by James Myrtle from The Athletic and for TSN Radio as well. Mitch Marner says, "We just couldn't get it done." Really, Mitch?
I got one better before you get mad.
Hit me.
Brandon Gonez said that seriously, this team ain't good for this city's mental health.
No, not at all.
Dude, especially because like you all have been cooped up, man. Like you guys have been on lockdown.
Yeah, we've been stuck here. Like fuck.
Dude, it's like the Preds lost and everyone's like, well, shit, let's go get a beer. Like
can't do that. Montreal can do that. Montreal's opening up, so we can't because our government's a bunch of idiots. But okay, so I'm putting my phone down. Mitch Marner said.
Well, here's a good one.
Okay, you know what? Hit me. Let's just fucking scroll through Twitter and see what
shit we can former find. Sabres legend Marty Biron. Jack Campbell was really good in this series, even though he gave up a bad goal in Game 7. He didn't get the offensive support he played with in the regular season. He didn't lose a game giving up 2 goals or less all season, and lost Game 1 and Game 7, giving up only 2 goals in each game. That's sad. That they just. I'm sure he's going to get like the short end of the stick. The Leafs fans are just going to absolutely.
They're gonna rip in a Jack, and he doesn't deserve it.
No, absolutely. I agree with Marty 100% on that.
Jack doesn't deserve that.
Yep.
This Leafs fan.
You want to hear something funny?
Fire away.
So I'm watching the game with my friends earlier, and one of us made the joke, "Man, wish we had David Ayers in that." You know what I said? You know where David Ayers is right now?
Carolina.
He's in Carolina. David Ayers rang the fucking storm siren for Carolina for Game 1.
Yeah, he did.
He is a Leafs employee. And he's having the time of his life.
He's a legend.
He is a legend. He's in the fucking Hall of. He's like his shit is in the Hall of Fame now. Like, come on.
The Toronto Sun already put out its headline for tomorrow.
Yo, can I please?
It says running choke. That's great. That's funny as shit, man.
I don't forgive the Sun for the fucking Tavares headline, but that's funny. Oh my god. Let's see what else we can find. Austin Matthews was trending for a bit. Dangle's trending. Is Steve okay? I hope Steve's okay. I hope Steve is okay.
Here's good. Someone just shared the picture. No caption or anything. It's just the comments, the headline from Joe Thornton when he signed with the Leafs. I need to win a Stanley Cup. That's great.
That's
Thornton played like shit this series too.
fantastic, dude. Yo ass.
Oh, what, dude? He's not supposed to carry the team. He's like
Yeah, I know he's not.
50,000 years old. Like
He's
literally,
a billion. Like I'm pretty sure Joe Thornton outages the dinosaur.
he used to hunt pterodactyls. Like that was
Yeah.
his thing. Like, dude, he does. It's not on him.
No.
Happy Memorial Day, Tyler.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy Memorial Day.
Yusuf.
Thank you.
I barbecued.
Memorial
I had
Day.
hot dogs. I did everything right today. I'm pretty happy.
We had our Victoria Day, which is the stupid holiday. I still don't get why it's one, but it's nice to have that Monday off. I don't get it. The only fun thing about it is when people could hang out. I would have fireworks at my house every year, so there's that. But
Well, I was watching the whole beginning of the podcast. They had fireworks out here for Memorial Day. It was pretty nice, actually.
Isn't that nice? Imagine if we had that. At least one game. Honestly, they could have gotten swept, and I wouldn't care.
You would have cared a lot more, Yusuf. I think.
I don't think I would necessarily, just because, especially if they got slapped the way they did the last 3 games, and that led to a sweep. I would be like, okay, this team's a fucking.
The last time the Leafs won a playoff series, Grey's Anatomy wasn't on TV yet.
Last time they won a playoff series?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2004.
Yes, so yeah, Grey's Anatomy wasn't even on TV yet.
Oh.
Yep. Ovechkin wasn't even in the league.
Yeah, that was when he got drafted.
Yep.
He wasn't even drafted yet.
Yep.
Because he was the 04 draft class. Crosby was a year from getting drafted. Connor McDavid would have been 7 years old.
Yep.
Jack Hughes would have been 2, I think.
Hey, Bill Burr had a really good tweet, actually. The Toronto Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs are the only team that can make the Cleveland Browns fans feel lucky. That's great.
That's so ruthless.
That's
Bill Burr with the clap.
Dude, like, hey man, gotta fucking believe in Baker Mania. I believe in Baker Mania.
Okay,
like that's like, man, you look at other leagues where like
the Hurricanes tweeted, "We're here for you, Steve Dangle."
Yeah, the Hurricanes have been very, very pally with Steve. They even sent him a David Ayers jersey for free. Did you know that? Fun fact.
I love
but they tweet at him anytime the Leafs go through a bad loss. And Steve, I suggest honestly just go cheer for the Kraken. Go cheer for Seattle. They're not even a full team, man. Just go cheer for them.
A lot of people have Mitch Marner leaving.
Yeah, I think everyone's. A lot of people are talking about this might actually be Mitch's last game as a Leaf.
Which I wasn't stupid to be thinking that. I thought I was stupid.
No, you're good. You're right. I mean, they're gonna have to retain salary for sure, but
yeah, no one's taking the best option. 10.9.
Not because he did a bad job tonight. I wouldn't trade him. I honestly believed in the kid, but if you're gonna have 3 kids on the team, he's probably the kid you can afford to lose.
There's a great interview Brian Burke did a while ago before he got the job with Pittsburgh when he was still working with Sportsnet. And they asked him if you could, like, who's the most. It might have been when he was on Steve's podcast, actually. What?
Hold on, I think you guys actually no. I think you all have officially taken the drought from us. I think it's tied now.
Yeah, it has to be at this point, right?
Yeah, I think it is actually tied. Yeah.
Sorry. But Burke said if there's anyone on the Leafs that could be traded, that is cost effective, it's William Nylander, because you could trade him, get a few picks in, like to a bunch of teams, he'd be considered like an elite player.
I think that's what Tyler said.
Yeah.
Said you should trade Nylander.
No, and I
he's the only one. He's gonna look
last year.
Imagine him in a Rangers jersey. Can't we see it? Can't we see this man in a Rangers jersey?
Any jersey, really.
Imagine him winging Quentin Byfield in LA. That's what we like to see.
You can see him in Carolina jersey.
Yeah, Carolina could need another winger like him. But and Nylander is getting paid the least out of all 4 of them, right? You can't really do anything with Tavares because he has a no move clause and he's not going to waive it. Matthews probably isn't leaving. They have too much faith in Austin Matthews. Mitch Marner is the only logical possible like option for them to trade out. It's just that he costs so much money. Like, look, teams would love to have Mitch Marner or like a Mitch Marner, like a player like him, right? 30 goal scorer, 40 goal scorer, average 60, 70, 80 points a season. A lot of teams would like to have a guy like that, solid playmaker for the most part. But the amount of money, man, it's not worth it.
Yep. I find this really funny. I got to be honest with you all.
I bet you do.
I'm really
I'm gonna sleep it off. I'll probably be fine tomorrow morning. So, and then the draft lottery comes, and I can watch the Red Wings get fucking pick like 8 or something, and then be angry about that.
Or a 0.5% chance or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, whatever. I think we have like a 1.8% chance of picking.
Oh, that's like tomorrow. No, it's coming up.
It's Wednesday, isn't it?
Let's see.
It's June 2nd.
One day, 19 hours, 41 minutes, 45 seconds.
Yeah. So what's Wednesday, if I remember correctly? Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know what else. I don't know if we have anything else to talk about.
I mean, we could just shit on the Leafs more. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see the Leafs figure out their situation.
What else are people saying on Twitter?
The Caps are going to be even worse than the Leafs, though. So you got that going for you.
That's true. Let's see. Austin Matthews is trending. Wayne Simmons is trending. John Tavares, Kyle Dubas is trending.
Andrew Raycroft treated.
Andrew Raycroft. Oh no.
He said, "No one knows how miserable Jack Campbell's summer is going to be more than I do." Because he knows the Leafs fans are going to fucking chew Campbell out for no reason.
Yep.
I want to see the Leafs posted just final. So I want to see the comments on that.
Let's see. This is it. This is my favorite one. You guys seen the Spider-Man meme where from the old animated Spider-Man cartoon where he's pointing at himself?
Yep. Was it the one where they're all in the the office and it's 5 of them with the Leafs?
Yes, it's exactly that one. Yeah.
Yep, love that one. Loved it.
Oh god.
Actually, hold it. There's actually something very interesting we could talk about. You give me 1 minute, I could find the damn thing. Here it is. All right. Now, if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs and you're Kyle Dubas, Dubas, whatever the fuck his name is, and you're sitting there,
just Dubas,
and it is, Seattle draft night, man. The only player you are required to protect is John Tavares. So, who do you protect and who do you let walk? Your options in the forward category are Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Nylander, Kerfoot, Riley Nash, legend.
Zach Hyman, legend, Riley Nash,
Wayne Simmons, Nick Foligno. Who do you protect? Who don't you protect?
You're protecting Matthews.
I think you have to very strongly consider leaving one of the other 3 off because you have to protect.
I think you protect Nylander.
I think you leave Marner open.
You leave Marner and you leave Matthews open.
I think you keep Matthews safe. I think you leave
7 forward. If they go the 7-3-1 route.
They're not going to. Who are they going to protect on defense? They're going to go the 8-1.
They're going to go 8-1. Yeah, true. So they go 8-1. Automatically, Tavares is one of the 8.
They have, yeah.
Okay, so that leaves 7 spots open.
That
leaves 7 spots open, right?
Also, keep in mind you don't have a draft pick first round for 2021. You also don't have a 3rd or 4th.
Man, this is bad. This is honestly I know every year you look at the draft and you're like,
you have 6 draft picks in 2 years.
Cool, blow up the team next year.
That's what you have to do.
Blow the team up next year before that draft. Get all the draft picks in. Yeah. Okay, so you have 8-1.
So you're probably gonna
if they
hold up. Yeah, are we gonna do this the actual Leafs way or are we gonna do this the smart way?
I'm thinking about it from Kyle Dubas' perspective.
Morgan Riley.
We're gonna have to be realistic here.
Morgan Riley.
Morgan Riley's getting protected.
Are you protecting Campbell or Anderson? I'm going
Campbell.
Campy.
Campbell. You protect Campbell. Anderson, his contract's up too.
Yep. So let's see what we got here.
Let him walk,
You're going to protect Matthews.
Matthews, yes. Nylander, yes.
I'd
Realistically speaking, I think they're going to protect Marner.
I'd protect Kerfoot. They're going to protect if he's smart, you let Marner walk, you protect Nylander and trade Nylander. And you acquire picks, you acquire depth, because what they ended up doing this year is they did the exact same thing the Oilers did, and they didn't have depth.
No, so they had old people.
They didn't have good depth, which is what you need in a playoff series. Once again, you can make fun of the Sabres all you want. You can make fun of Boston all you want, but when Boston goes out and gets Taylor Hall, which was a steal for a second-round pick, they have depth. They have a second-line piece.
Yep.
And that brings your second liner down to your third line. And that expands your depth.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like the Leafs are in a very shitty spot.
It's one of those situations where, like, I think, realistically, like, obviously, come the expansion draft, if they don't protect Marner, Seattle's grabbing him. There's no question.
Absolutely.
There's no question they're grabbing Marner, right? After that,
if the Leafs are smart and want to shed some cap, they leave one of the you're protecting Matthews, leave Marner and Nylander unprotected. You free up 7 to 10 mil, and you can acquire some defensive pieces. Also, because you still have to sign at least 10 players or bring up a lot of young people from your farm system, which I don't know how their farm system has been doing because I haven't been following the AHL that much this year.
The Leafs farm system?
Yeah, how are the Marlies?
The Marlies were, they've been okay. They've definitely fallen off a lot because Sheldon Keefe moved up from the Marlies to be the Leafs head coach.
Yeah.
Besides that, they're okay. As far as prospects go, the only notable prospect I know of in their pool is Rodion Amirov.
Oh, really?
Russian forward.
So am I still speaking?
Yeah, you're still speaking.
And he's muted. Yeah, he's doing something. Parse
muted yourself.
Here. He did mute himself.
He's leaving.
He's multitasking is what he's doing.
No worries.
Yep.
Yeah, no. The Leafs are in a really shitty spot.
They don't really have I'm trying to think notable prospects they have. Rodion Amir is the only one I know of.
Well, so let's look. Well, here's your free agents. You got Riley Nash, Zach Hyman, Wayne Simmons, Nick Foligno, Alex Galchenyuk, Jason Spezza, Joe Thornton. On defense, you're losing the legendary Norris. I think he should be a Norris finalist, Zach Bogosian. Ben Hutton. I'm joking about Zach. He is a free agent, though. Ben Hutton. Travis Dermott's the only RFA. And he's arborition eligible. And then you got Martin Orangen?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Freddie's walking. So you at least get $5 million back there. You got Campbell for another year at 1.65. And then you got David Riddick, who's a UFA.
Oh, yeah, Riddick was on the team.
Yeah.
All right, because they didn't use him.
Yep. So at the very least, you need a goalie next year, unless you bring someone up.
I don't know.
You're gonna need some. They have Ian Scott, and then there's a guy. I think it's Joseph Wall, who I like.
Oh yeah, Wall's good.
Wall's actually good. Yeah. Well, he lost his job to Spencer Knight in college, though.
Well, he was he an Eagle?
Yeah, he was actually.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yep. I don't know why I remember this. I don't know how long he was there. He might have already been gone by the time Spencer got there, but
because Spencer was only a freshman in 2019, right? So
yeah.
All right, Toronto Maple Leafs prospects. What do you got? Thank you, Elite Prospects. All right, Dennis Mulligan. Okay, yeah, he's from what I've been hearing, he's got some promise. Mikhail Abramov. Dmitry Ovechnikov.
I don't know him.
A great name though. Kenny Agostino. I thought they traded him. Okay. Roni Hirvonen, Pontus Holmberg, Mikko Kakkonen. There's a lot of defensive names on this list. What the fuck? Where were these? Man. Nick Patan. Yeah, they're Rodion Amirov. Oh yeah, they have Nick Robertson, who honestly should have made the team this year, but you know, they have prospects. It's just most of them are,
Well, the problem is now you don't have picks to bring more back to replenish the farm.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what they do in the offseason. Well, all I know is
they are either going to be doing a lot or nothing. And the guess is nothing.
I mean, as we talked about, like, they're in that weird spot where it's like they have 4 people they're paying over $40 million. They're paying over half the cap space to these people.
You guys are now discussing how to like make the Leafs into a contender. You can't, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. No, that's what I'm saying.
We're not talking about how to make them a contender. We're talking about what the fuck do they do after they.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what Dubas is actually going to do. Because if he still is employed, let me preface that.
I'm going to just watch him blow it up.
Here's what he should do. If I'm the Leafs owner and you actually want to field a competitive team, I'm at least firing Dubas, and I'm hiring Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. Actually,
we talked about this. We talked about this last year when we did this whole fucking Leafs meltdown episode post series. MLSE owns the Raptors and the Leafs. They also own the Toronto Argonauts and They own a lot of teams in their sports division for the company, right? They gave Masai Ujiri the ropes to the Raptors and said, "We're not getting involved. You handle the team," and they won a championship. Somewhere in history, no matter what people say, the Toronto Raptors have been NBA champions because Masai did what he needed to do with the team. He assessed every little bit of the situation they were in, made a gigantic trade to get Kawhi, brought in Marc Gasol, brought in Serge Ibaka, did what he needed to do.
But the funny part about Masai is that Masai didn't draft a whole bunch of goddamn forwards.
No.
Masai went and got the missing piece. So for Christ's sakes, just draft a defenseman.
Yeah, drafted a defenseman, 2 defensemen. How about 2? Like this year, they don't have their first round pick.
No.
Who has it?
Oh, I can tell you. Give me a minute. Pull up the old cap.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Who did they trade their first round pick to? Is it Columbus?
I think it was.
Oh no, that wasn't the Foligno trade, wasn't it?
It was. All right. The Columbus Blue Jackets acquire the first round pick from Toronto and a 4th round pick from Toronto. Toronto in 2022, first round of 2021. The Sharks acquire some of Nick Foligno's contract and a 4th round pick from Toronto for 2021, and Toronto acquired Nick Foligno and Stefan Noesen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, forgot about him.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So they don't have their first rounder. This is one of those years where I'm not following the draft too much just because it's a very dartboard year. Like there's a lot of really good names, but no one's like a unanimous like, oh my god, he's gonna be a steal. Like there's some very good names on the draft pool this year. But if you have a top 15, top 20 pick, it'd be nice to keep that pick because you never know what you might land on with these guys. There's some really good youngsters this year.
Oh yeah.
I think and I'm mainly following because there's 3 guys from Michigan that might go in the first 5.
Do you want me to run through the lottery odds real quick?
I know the Leafs are low. Actually, I don't think they're even considered in the lottery because they were a playoff team. Yeah.
Yep. So here are your
the Red Wings are.
Here are your 16 draft lottery odds in order from. Do you want top to bottom or bottom to top?
Hit me bottom top.
With 6 at the 16th position, the New York Rangers with a whopping 1% chance. The Dallas Stars with 1.4, Philly with a 1.8, Calgary with a 2.2, Chicago with 2.7, the Yotes, who I think lost theirs.
Yeah, the Yotes forfeited their pick because of the fucking combine shit. So
so
guys, I gotta go to sleep.
Oh, you gotta go.
Oh yeah, that's true. You gotta go to bed.
Yeah,
we probably should have wrapped this up 5 hours ago, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
No, I love you. I love you guys. I love you guys to death. It's just
I wish I would.
Honestly,
Regardless, the Kraken had
Regardless.
10.3. New Jersey's got 10.3.
Let
Yeah,
me cut, and then you guys do your thing. But
Yeah, absolutely.
On
Wallace,
that
this
note,
has been
that's
a good
Parse.
All right, bye, Parse.
bye, guys. I almost said my name. Well,
Yeah, bye Parse. Thanks, Parse. Set this up. Oh my god. Oh, it's only 11:30. The night's still young. I can sleep in peace.
Welcome to Up the Boards After Hours, where Yusuf is
Oh
going
god. Oh, up the board. No. This is
Oh,
under
this is
the
the main show.
speculation. This is main
Oh,
show
man.
shit. This ain't fucking. Oh man.
Oh, man. Welcome to Sporculation After Hours.
Yeah. Welcome to fucking speculation after hours.
Dude, you're
kids.
lucky I didn't dude, if the pandemic wasn't a thing, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would have flown up there for game 7 to sit next to you and watch it. I would have just been pouring you shots all night just to see how you would have done.
Yep. Oh well.
Just,
yeah, I don't know. We can cut here.
yeah, we should probably wrap this up.
But long story short, the only thing I have to say, and this is normally, regular when we do the Sporculation podcast, you always finish with final thoughts. But my only final thought is go fuck yourself, Toronto Maple Leafs. Holy shit. Like, fuck. You stupid fucking team.
Dude. It is what it is. My final thoughts, or you should just, dude, look, I live here. I live in Nashville. I didn't know tickets to there, but I'm not investing myself into it.
No.
Like, I had fun watching the playoffs.
I'm from this area, right? So
I mean, I get it.
Sense, but at the same time, I am a Red Wings fan no matter what.
Dude, yeah, like my whole family's from Jersey. I was born in Maryland, but I'm like, I got the whole Jersey and New York connection from my family. So like, I'm a Rangers fan at heart.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Yusuf hates his life.
I hate my life. I hate the Toronto Maple Leafs. They can go fucking rot in a hole, a very deep hole that's like fucking 50 feet deep or something. I don't know.
Wear the red with pride, Yusuf.
I do wear my red with pride. I do.
Give up on the blue.
Every time I put this jersey on, I wear it with pride. And whenever I put my Cadre jersey on, I scream a little bit.
Yeah, so just enjoy them, but don't root for them.
I guess this is where we're going to. I'm just going to do the usual ending then. This has been the Sporculation Podcast. Be sure to check us out on Spotify, Breaker, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and wherever else you can find your podcasts. If you want the video feed, we are on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/sporculation. We've got most of the episodes up there. They go up every week or 2 weeks. We've got all the up the board stuff that Tyler and I have been doing, which is like our offshoot show away from the main.
It's quite fun if you want to watch.
Which is basically the unfiltered, uncensored, us just rambling about shit for like 50 fucking days straight about hockey.
It's great. And we always say it's going to be 45 minutes and it's only 3 hours.
And soon football.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. What are we going to call out on Up the Field?
Oh, God. Sure. Why not? Yeah. So, be sure to check us out on Spotify and wherever you can get your podcast. Check us out on YouTube. We have a Facebook account. You can check that out as well. Like it. You can get some updates here and there. Yada, yada, yada. I'm Yusuf.
I'm Tyler. Yusuf lives in pain. It's
Parse is gone, and this is Al. And we'll see you soon.